Guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be going through my predictions for this weekend's European Cup fixtures. The last week, these 2 weeks actually for the European Cup are back-to-back fixtures. So this week the teams have swapped. So the team that was away last week is home this week. So playing against the same team. So I've got some cracking matches coming up, and hopefully some accurate predictions I will be going through. So first up, here we go. So Friday is the first two matches. First match is Ulster Rugby against the Scarlets. Now, obviously last Friday, Ulster pulled off a great upset and defeated the Scarlets away from home, just by 1 point, but it was a cracking game. So they're at home this time. And I feel they can get the job done again. Scarlets are ultimately out of the competition now, so I feel that Ulster will get the job done there, and probably I would say with a bonus point if they feel that confident. If they the week before they obviously beat the Scarlets away, so if they can do that, they can beat them at home. So I feel they can get the bonus point. They're second in the group right now, and they're very much in it. So I feel they can get the job done and get the 5 points there. So I'm going to predict that Ulster are going to win by 12 or more points. That I think Scarlets, I think, are not going to focus that much on the European Cup anymore. I feel they'll move on to the Pro 14 now, focus on that more, because they're basically knocked out now, losing their first 3 games. So yeah, that's my prediction for that one. Ulster to beat Scarlets by 12 or more points at home and with the bonus point. So the next fixture, which is again on Friday at the same time, it is Gloucester Rugby against Exeter. Now, again, this was another surprising fixture last weekend. Gloucester winning away to the Exeter Chiefs, which means Exeter are almost out of it, but not quite. Exeter, obviously, they've won only one of their games out of 3, so they're still in it just by a little bit. But it's at home now. Gloucester have been impressive so far in this year's campaign. They've only lost once away to Munster, but it was still a close game over there. And they beat Castres at home, and then obviously beating Exeter away. So it's going to be another tight game probably, but I feel that Gloucester, I think, will feel confident after winning away to Exeter. So I feel they will win that one as well, and I feel they'll probably win it by I'm going to say 5 or more points, just because I think Exeter have a little chance still of qualifying. They still have a lot of work to do, but I feel they'll push Gloucester all the way, but I feel Gloucester will get the job done at home. So that's the prediction there. 5 points, a 5-point win for Gloucester. So then we move on to Saturday's fixture. So first up, we've got Glasgow Warriors against Lyon. And again, last week, Glasgow beat Lyon away from home convincingly. Lyon are out of it. So I feel like Glasgow will hammer them again. I feel like I can see Lyon just not doing well against Glasgow at home. So my prediction there, I'll probably Glasgow winning that by 20 or more points. I just feel because Glasgow are very much in it. They can't come first in this group. They've got Saracens with Cardiff Blues in this group. So I feel Glasgow will win that by 20 or more points. And then we've got the second game in that group, Cardiff Blues against the Saracens in Wales. And this is a very important game for Cardiff Blues. It's essentially a do or die in this one. I feel Cardiff have sort of been a bit disappointing in the campaign so far. They lost to Glasgow at home. They beat Lyon, but they've lost to Saracens away now. So they've only won one match, so if they lose this match, they're probably out of qualifying for the knockouts. So it's at home. It's in Cardiff against the former champions of Europe, former double champions of Europe, Saracens. I want to say there could be an upset here. I want to say that Cardiff Blues may sneak that victory, but I think Saracens are just too strong a team. I think they're unbeaten in the English Premiership this season so far, so I just feel they'll be too strong. I think Cardiff will throw everything at them, but I just feel Saracens will get the win over there, and they'll probably come first in that group, I would say, behind Glasgow. So for me, I feel that prediction will be, I'm going to say Saracens by 10 points, 10 or less points, I would say, against the Cardiff Blues there. It may be close. I think Cardiff will push them all the way, but you know, Saracens are a great team, so I feel they'll get the job done there. And then we move on to one of the games, I think, of the weekend. Toulouse against Wasps in Toulouse. Again, another away win in this weekend, with Toulouse obviously beating Wasps. I think the score was like 26-17, 26-16 or something like that to Toulouse. Very convincing. And like their star man, I think that, what's his name, like Cheslin Kobe or something. He's the South African guy who's electric that night. He scored a try from like the halfway line. So yeah, he's probably one of their standout players. So I feel Toulouse, I think, are back in Europe. I think they're one of the stronger teams this year than the past years. So they're back in the European rugby once and for all. So I feel they will get the win against Wasps. Say that'll probably Toulouse will win by 15 or more points. It's just because they're at home, and Wasps are basically out of it as well. So I would say Toulouse will get a convincing win there to lead the pool. And again, the other game in that pool is the next one up, which is Leinster versus Bath in Dublin. Now, again, Leinster won away to Bath. 17-10 was the final score. And well deserved for Leinster. They fought hard. Bath also put in a good show. They put in a great display. But in the end, Leinster just came out on top. So I feel like it's in Dublin. And the matches that Leinster have played at home so far this season, they have absolutely thrashed every team they've come up against, especially Wasps in their first round match in the European Cup, like winning 57-3 in the end against Wasps, which was absolutely incredible. So Bath may give them a wee bit of trouble, but I would say it's at home. Leinster have definitely won. It's just the prediction, the scoreline. So I think Leinster will win this one by 25 or more points. I'm saying 25 or more points. They're at home, and I can see another thrashing coming here. So yeah, that's my prediction there. So next game is Castres against Munster in France. So this is the only match so far that the home team have won in the first of the two like back-to-back matches. Munster winning at home against Castres 35. It's hard. Castres, They're currently the French champions right now. Uh, they won the top 14, sorry, um, last season. So they're still a very dangerous side, I think, at home. Uh, but I think Munster will go there confident, and I say they'll grind out a win over there. I'll say Munster will win by, say, 10 or more points. I feel just because I think Munster will just, they're a good side, Munster, and it'll be hard to see them lose over there. So yeah, it's Munster to win by 10 or more points over at Castres. So and then finally the next games are the Sunday games. They're still very good games to look forward to. First up, we got Leicester Tigers against Racing 92, and this is a very, very important game in like the context of Pool 4. With if Leicester lose, they are out. So it's an important game for Leicester. Racing 92 are unbeaten in the pool stage so far. So it's going to be a tight game, I think. It's going to be a tight game. Leicester, obviously, coming up short at Racing last week. Racing winning, I think, 36-26. It was a close game, so fair play to the Tigers. So I feel that Racing... Oh, this one's a very tough one, because it's at Leicester. I feel Leicester will be pumped up for this one. I feel they will be pumped up and can cause some damage to Racing. You never know, you could see an upset. But I think just because it's in Leicester, I feel Leicester will win it. I feel Leicester will win that. Oh, it's so hard, I don't know. This one's probably the toughest prediction so far. Racing, actually no. Okay, I'm gonna change my mind. And I'm gonna go with Racing by 5 or more points. It's gonna be very tight. For Ulster's sake, I hope Racing do win, because that'll knock Leicester out of catching Ulster. Only if Ulster win their match. So if Ulster win their match and Leicester lose, then Ulster will come second or first in the group, along with Racing. So I feel Racing will just sneak it. They'll just sneak it by 5 or more points. Maybe less. It may be that close. But I'm going to say 5 or more points for that one. So yeah, the next game of the weekend is Montpellier against RC Toulon. And this is a bit of a strange one, because both these sides used to be like the European, like, big headers, like, you know what I mean? Like, they used to be the big clubs in Europe that were tough to defeat. But now, in the pool stage, Montpellier are third and Toulon are fourth, last in the group, both on 6 points. So it's a very strange one, because I thought they two would be the top two in the pool, with Newcastle and Edinburgh also in the pool. So it's a very strange fixture right now. But I'd say if Toulon lose, I think if any of them lose, whoever loses this they're both out. So it's in Montpellier, so I feel Montpellier will get the job done against Toulon. Toulon have been disappointing this season, so yeah, I'm gonna say Montpellier by 7 or more points on that one, because both teams need a win. It's a do or die match for both teams, so I feel Montpellier will just sneak it because they're at home. And then, so the final match I'll be predicting is the Newcastle Falcons against Edinburgh, the top two teams in this pool 5. It's in Newcastle. Newcastle have been impressive so far, only losing once to Edinburgh. You see, Edinburgh beat Newcastle in Edinburgh, so that may have dampened Newcastle's confidence here. Edinburgh are a very good side. Newcastle have been impressive. But I think just for the sake of this, I'm going to say Edinburgh to win against Newcastle and move further ahead at the top of that pool. I just feel I think the loss for Newcastle against Edinburgh was sort of dampened their confidence a bit. So I feel Edinburgh will take advantage of that, and they'll they'll defeat Newcastle in Newcastle. So that will be the predictions for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, as I said, for loads more content coming up. Also, I did a video on Henry Speight, Ulster's winger. Please go check that out. It'll be popping up here somewhere in the next few seconds. So yep, go check that out, and please subscribe and like this video, and explore all my channel, all the videos, to see what I talk about and what my content is all about. So cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.